Remember the sound? That loud, satisfying crack of biting into a crisp, fresh apple. For so many of us, that simple pleasure is now a source of anxiety. That apple represents every crunchy, chewy, wonderful food we now avoid. Do you find yourself hesitating before you bite into even a soft piece of bread? You are not alone. Fear of chipping a tooth or dealing with sudden sensitivity has stolen the simple joy of eating. But life is not a sentence of just soup and yogurt. What if the problem is not the apple? What if the problem is simply your approach? Today, we solve the apple problem. Solving this one challenge unlocks the secrets to eating almost any food you love, safely and with confidence. The solution proves simpler than you think. We will give you back your confidence at the dinner table. We use delicious, nutrient-packed foods and preparation secrets that actively protect your smile. This is about making food your friend again. It is about eating for lasting vitality. If you are 55 or older, or if you care for someone who is, you understand the daily struggle. You worry about chipped dental work. You fear the sharp pain of sensitivity. This fear quickly limits your diet. A limited diet limits your nutrition. You miss out on crucial vitamins that keep your whole body strong. This hour reverses that trend. We promise simple, evidence-based steps you can use immediately. If you find this guide useful, hit that like button right now. Subscribing ensures you never miss our clear step-by-step guides for living well. Let's start with the apple itself. Why has this piece of fruit become such a challenge? It is not just the hardness. It is the physics of the bite. When you bite a whole apple, you apply immense pressure. This pressure is not straight down. It becomes a sideways shearing force. This lateral stress causes weak enamel to crack. It is what can dislodge a crown or chip a brittle filling. Our teeth change as we age. Enamel wears thin. Dental work ages. So the tool, your mouth, is no longer suited for the brute force of a whole, hard object. Understanding this force is the key to solving the apple problem. We cannot make your existing dental work stronger overnight, but we can change the physics of the food. We can change the way you deliver that food to your mouth. We can also change your diet to rebuild resilience from the inside out. We approach this with a powerful two-step plan. Step 1, strengthen the foundation. Step 2, change the food, not the goal. We begin with step 1, strengthen the foundation. You cannot ask your teeth to withstand pressure if they lack key nutrients. Think of your teeth not as inert bone, but as living, breathing tissue. They constantly repair themselves through remineralization. When you eat, acids attack the enamel. When you rest, your saliva works to put minerals back. As we age, this natural repair process slows down. We must intentionally feed this repair process. What does a tooth-strengthening diet involve? It starts with 3 essential minerals. You know them, but you might not be getting enough of them in the right forms. First is calcium. Calcium is the primary building block. If you avoid dairy due to sensitivity or digestion issues, you must seek soft alternative sources. Yogurt and kefir are excellent choices. The cultures in these foods make them easier to digest than milk. Look for cottage cheese. You can blend it into smoothies to mask the texture, and it provides a huge calcium boost. If you rely on fortified plant milk, shake the carton well before pouring. The minerals often sink to the bottom. But what good is all that calcium without the gatekeeper? That gatekeeper is vitamin D. Vitamin D is essential because it allows your body to absorb calcium. Without enough D, that calcium passes right through you unused. Getting enough D can be challenging, especially during winter months. Sun exposure helps, but is often insufficient. The best food sources are fatty fish. Think baked salmon, canned sardines, or cod liver oil. Eggs are another great source, especially if you eat the yolk. If you find fish or eggs difficult to chew, mash the salmon into a soft spread. Make soft scrambled eggs or a tender omelet. The third essential mineral is phosphorus. Phosphorus works closely with calcium to form strong bone and enamel. If calcium is the brick, phosphorus is the mortar. Good sources include protein-rich foods like chicken, beef, or fish. But wait, many people avoid meat because it is tough and chewy. We will address that texture problem soon. For now, look for soft sources of phosphorus. Lentils are fantastic. They are naturally soft when cooked and are incredibly nutrient-dense. Lentils form the backbone of many soothing stews. Pumpkin seeds also offer high phosphorus levels. Grind them into a fine powder and sprinkle them over yogurt or oatmeal. Did you know one common vitamin acts like a traffic cop for your minerals? We must introduce the traffic cop, vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 doesn't build teeth, it directs calcium. It tells calcium precisely where to go to your bones and teeth and where to stay away from, like your arteries. You must have K2 for all the calcium you eat to end up in the right place. Sources of K2 are sometimes tougher to eat. They include certain fermented foods and hard cheeses. The best soft food sources include egg yolks and certain soft cheeses like brie. While there are potent supplements, focus on getting K2 through soft food sources first. So, step 1 is clear. Focus on the tooth-strengthening trinity, calcium, vitamin D, and phosphorus, guided by K2. Every meal should intentionally contain at least one of these powerhouses. This commitment to nutrition is your long-term defense against dental fragility. But what is the hidden dental enemy lurking in many healthy snacks? We reveal that common nutritional pitfall in the next section. Beyond these core minerals, we need the supporting cast for gum health. We must talk about vitamin C. Vitamin C is crucial for healthy gums. Your gums act as the strong foundation that holds your teeth securely. If your gums are inflamed, bleeding, or receding, your teeth become unstable. This instability puts massive stress on the remaining tooth structure. Soft sources of vitamin C are easy to incorporate. Citrus fruits are great, but the high acidity can be hard on enamel. Focus instead on berries blended into smoothies. Try cooked bell peppers. Red bell peppers specifically are incredibly high in vitamin C. Cooking them soft makes them gentle on your mouth. We also must emphasize hydration. This is not just about avoiding dryness. Your saliva is your body's natural defense system. It neutralizes acids in your mouth after you eat. It carries minerals like calcium and phosphate back to your enamel to repair daily damage. When you are dehydrated, your saliva production drops sharply. Your teeth are left exposed and vulnerable. A constant supply of plain water throughout the day is essential. If you sip on flavored water or tea with lemon, you expose your teeth to continuous acid exposure. Focus on simple, plain water. This small change makes a massive difference in your daily remineralization process. Before moving to step 2, let's define the anatomy of risk. Eating well with sensitive teeth requires recognizing 3 specific types of challenging textures. It's about more than just hardness. First are the brittle foods. This includes the apple, hard candies, pretzels, and ice. These items do not yield. They resist the pressure of your bite until a critical moment, then they break instantly. This sudden, explosive breakage delivers a shock wave to your tooth structure. This is the highest risk category for chipping. Second are the sticky foods. This includes caramel, taffy, and even dried fruits like raisins or dates. Sticky foods adhere fiercely to your teeth and dental work. They are often high in sugar, feeding decay bacteria. More importantly, pulling the sticky food off can instantly dislodge crowns, bridges, or fillings. Avoid these sticky sweets completely. Third are the acidic and sugary foods. We already mentioned citrus. Even healthy foods like tomatoes and vinegar-based salad dressings are acidic. Acids erode enamel. The sugar feeds the bacteria that create more acid. It creates a brutal erosion cycle. You do not have to give these up entirely, but you must manage them carefully. Limit your exposure time. Drink plain water immediately after consuming them. Never brush your teeth right after eating acidic foods. Brushing pushes the acid deeper into the enamel. Wait at least 30 minutes for your saliva to naturally neutralize the acid first. Let's address the hidden dental enemy we mentioned earlier. This is the common nutritional pitfall undermining your enamel strength: highly processed, crunchy, healthy snack bars. These often contain brittle nuts, sticky dried fruit, and a coating of processed sugar. They are a triple threat: brittle, sticky, and acidic. They create dangerous texture contrasts and adhere fiercely to dental work. Replace these with soft, homemade energy bites made with ground oats and nut butter. This simple swap significantly reduces your daily risk exposure. We promise to solve the apple problem. We have laid the foundation with nutrition. We have identified the risks. Now we move to step 2. Change the food, not the goal. The goal remains robust flavor and nutrition. The obstacle is the texture. We will use 4 simple preparation techniques to transform dangerous foods into delightful, gentle foods. These techniques are slicing, baking, grating, and saucing. This is your comprehensive tooth-kind kitchen masterclass. Let's solve the apple problem first using these core methods. The first method is slicing. We know the danger is the lateral shearing force of a full bite. By simply slicing the apple into thin wedges, you eliminate this force. You only apply safer straight down pressure. Even better, peel the apple first. The skin is often the toughest part. Slicing and peeling the apple allows you to enjoy the flavor while minimizing the risk to your dental work. This simple modification applies universally. Use it for carrots, celery, and any other hard vegetable. Cut them into thin sticks or coins. You still get the nutrition, but the danger is neutralized. The second method is baking. Baking completely transforms food structure. A hard, crunchy apple becomes a soft, tender baked apple. Core the apple, fill the cavity with cinnamon, butter, and maybe some soft cooked oats. Bake it at 375 degrees until it is completely tender. It turns into a velvety dessert that requires almost no chewing force. You retain all the fiber and nutrients, but you gain safety and ease. This baking principle applies to all hard root vegetables. Do not steam carrots until they are just al dente. Roast them low and slow instead. They caramelize and become sweet and soft. Roast butternut squash, sweet potatoes, and parsnips until they literally melt in your mouth. This technique transforms high-risk food into high-reward food. The third method is grating. If you want the raw, enzyme-rich nutrition of a hard vegetable like an apple or carrot, but absolutely cannot risk the crunch, grate it finely. Grating an apple or a carrot changes its structure completely. It becomes part of the soft matrix. Grate apples into oatmeal, yogurt, or even a soft chicken salad. Grate carrots into a soft slaw dressed with a gentle cream-based dressing. This preserves the raw quality of the food without risking your teeth. This method is also excellent for hard cheeses, which can be challenging to chew in solid blocks. Grating them fine allows them to melt or mix easily into soft dishes. The final method is saucing or pureeing. If all else fails, blend it smooth. Applesauce is the perfect soft food, but most store-bought sauces are loaded with added sugar. Make your own unsweetened applesauce. Peel and chop the apples, stew them slowly on the stove with a splash of water and cinnamon until they fall apart. Then puree them smooth. This technique applies to so much more than just fruit. You can puree almost any nutrient-dense food into a delightful, easy-to-eat meal.
Think velvety vegetable soups, hearty lentil purees, or soft bean dips. This is where your powerful immersion blender becomes your best friend. We have solved the apple problem. Now let's apply these 4 principles to the other high-risk foods that seniors frequently avoid. We are moving beyond just produce and into the world of protein and complex grains. First, let's tackle meat and protein. Tough, chewy meats like steak, dense chicken breast, and firm pork chops are often avoided. They require heavy, repeated grinding, which risks dental work. The solution lies in low and slow cooking and precise cutting. Use the baking slow cooking principle. Tough cuts of beef or pork, when cooked low and slow for many hours, become fork tender. This process, called braising, effectively breaks down the tough collagen fibers. The meat must essentially fall apart. You can enjoy rich, satisfying meat flavor with any chewing effort. Pulled chicken, slow-cooked pot roasts, and hearty stews should become staples in your weekly menu rotation.
When you do eat meat, use the slicing principle. Never bite directly into a thick slice of meat. Always slice it thinly against the grain before eating. Cutting meat against the grain shortens the muscle fibers, making them drastically easier to chew and swallow. Look closely at the meat and identify the direction of the long fibers. Slice completely perpendicular to those lines. This makes all the difference. For fish, choose flaky whitefish or salmon. These naturally require minimal chewing effort. Bake or steam them. Avoid crunchy coatings or aggressively charred edges. Do you know which common cooking technique can ruin a perfectly safe piece of fish? We will cover safe food preparation pitfalls in just a few minutes. Next, let's address nuts and seeds. These are some of the most beneficial foods for heart and brain health, but they are high risk for dental chipping. Many people stop eating them entirely. This is a significant nutritional mistake. Use the saucing/pureeing principle. Nut butters are safe, nutrient-dense alternatives. Look for natural, creamy nut butters without added sugar or crunchy pieces. You can easily make your own. Simply blend nuts like almonds, cashews, or pecans until they become a smooth paste. This provides healthy fats and fiber without the brittle risk. Use the grating principle for seeds. Instead of solid seeds like sunflower or pumpkin seeds, use them as a processed ingredient. Grind flax seeds or chia seeds into a fine meal or powder. These powders can be stirred into yogurt, oatmeal, or smoothies. They provide fiber and omega-3s without any chewing effort. You should never be chewing whole seeds with brittle teeth. Finally, grains and bread. Crusty sourdough and heavily toasted bagels are high-risk brittle foods. They also can create sharp edges that cut gums. The solution is deliberate modification. Use the saucing principle. Dip high-risk bread into soup, stew, or olive oil until it is thoroughly softened. This is an ancient and highly effective method. It transforms the brittle structure into a safe, spongy texture. Use the baking principle to choose soft grains. Oatmeal, soft-cooked rice, polenta, and quinoa are excellent, easy-to-eat grains. For pasta, make sure it is cooked well past al dente until it is very soft and tender. The goal is easy swallowing, not resistance. We must quickly cover the pitfall we mentioned earlier, the wrong cooking technique. Which common cooking technique can ruin a perfectly safe piece of fish? Frying. Frying fish or chicken creates a hard, brittle, often sharp crust. Even if the inside is soft, the exterior crust is a major risk for chipping. Stick to baking, steaming, or poaching protein. We have covered the 2 major steps: fortifying your body with key nutrients and mastering the 4 transforming techniques: slicing, baking, grating, and saucing. But what if you have special circumstances? What if you wear dentures, have recent implants, or struggle with dry mouth? We need a few minutes to troubleshoot specific senior challenges. If you wear dentures or partials, stability is crucial.
Hard, sticky, or tough foods create massive instability. Even well-fitting dentures can shift under the force of biting an apple. The 4 techniques we discussed are absolutely essential for denture wearers. Prioritize slow-cooked meats and pureed vegetables. Always cut food into very small, manageable pieces. Use your back teeth for chewing, not your front teeth. The front teeth of dentures are designed for appearance, not heavy chewing force. Avoid chewing gum as it frequently dislodges the appliance. If you have implants or new crowns, you need a careful period of adjustment. While implants are incredibly strong, the surrounding tissue requires time to heal fully. For the first few weeks after major work, stick strictly to the saucing/pureeing method. Think smoothies, broth, and mashed vegetables. As you introduce solid foods, start with the softest items like well-cooked eggs and soft cheese, before slowly progressing to sliced, tender foods. Never test new dental work with brittle items like ice or crusty bread. If you struggle with dry mouth, which is often common due to medications, remember the critical role of hydration. Keep a water bottle with you at all times. Use sugar-free lozenges or gum to stimulate saliva production between meals. Dry mouth significantly increases the risk of both decay and irritation from food friction. Does medication cause your dry mouth, and can you fix it? A conversation with your pharmacist or doctor about alternative drug formulations might provide relief. Never stop taking prescribed medication without professional guidance. Many seniors feel anxious about dining out. Eating socially should be a pleasure, not a source of stress. The solution involves confidence and crystal clear communication. Do not feel embarrassed to ask for modifications.
Use the power of asking. When ordering, ask specific questions about preparation. Is the chicken breast baked or fried? Ask for dressings on the side, as many are highly acidic. Ask if the chef can cut your steak into bite-sized pieces before serving it. Ask for vegetables to be cooked well done. Most quality restaurants are happy to accommodate simple requests that ensure your comfort. Look for menu items that naturally follow our principles: stews, creamy soups, baked fish, mashed potatoes, and pasta dishes, but specify that you want the noodles cooked very soft. Focus on the plate. When your meal arrives, take a moment to assess the texture. Use your fork and knife to slice everything into small, manageable pieces before you start eating. Do not take a large piece of bread and attempt to bite off a corner. Tear it and soak it lightly in soup or sauce. By proactively managing the texture on your plate, you take complete control of your dining experience and minimize risk. Let's review the entire journey we have taken today. We started with the frustration of the apple. We realized that solving this is a 2-step process that restores your power. Step 1. You build resilience from the inside out. You commit to the tooth-strengthening trinity: calcium, vitamin D, and phosphorus, with vitamin K2 as the director. You prioritize soft, nutrient-dense sources like yogurt, salmon, lentils, and well-cooked greens. You remember that your saliva is your best defense, and you stay hydrated with plain water. Step 2. You master the techniques to make any food safe. You use slicing to defeat brittle physics. You use baking to turn hardness into tenderness. You use grating to incorporate raw nutrition without risk. And you use saucing and pureeing for maximum nutrient density and ultimate safety. This is not a diet of endless restrictions. This is a comprehensive plan for lifelong vitality and true joy at the table. You now possess the knowledge to look at a challenging food and immediately know how to transform it. You have the power to protect your dental work while nourishing your body completely. We designed this 60-minute guide to give you a complete toolkit. If the specific preparation tips or the nutritional deep dive proved helpful, please click the like button now. This guides us in creating the most relevant, in-depth content for you.
If you want more step-by-step guidance on gentle movement and improving your mindset, subscribe to Silver Smile and Bites right now. We promise clear, actionable advice every week to improve your everyday vitality. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next masterclass. Start today. Pick one hard food you currently avoid. Maybe it's an apple. Maybe it's a carrot. Apply one of the 4 techniques. Slice it, bake it, grate it, or blend it. Taste the flavor. Feel the safety. This is the first step toward reclaiming your joy. You deserve to eat well without fear. You have the power now. Go eat well and smile wide.